Sweet. All right, so last option I want to show, to kind of cover all the bases here, is what happens when I enter my collar sleeve guard. I enter the collar sleeve, right, and he just stands up. Right? So now that he's stood up on me, I'm not going to be able to play with my elbow down to the mat, but I'm still pushing and pulling. All right? So there's a lot of different things that I can do right here, right? But the big thing is, you see how he's got this knee, combat base kind of pushing in? I want to get this knee away from me. Right? So if he brings that knee super close, I'm going to really give it a good push, all right, on his hip. Right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him into me. So I'm going to suck him in, almost like I'm going for a balloon sweep, and I'm going to bring his hips in line with my hips. Bring him in and elevate. All right? Bring him in and elevate. So when I bring him in and elevate, I can turn my hip over. All right? That's going to allow me to swing this leg over. Right? And once I'm here, I'm just going to really make sure I chop that foot down. I want to stomp my foot down to the I'm going to stomp my foot down to the mat. My foot's on his bicep. I'll let go of the collar, and I'll pull to my inside hip. The elevate is what allows me to bring my hips up so that I can hit that like that fight. I think about like a viper strike. Right? I'm shooting my hips up, right, to attack his neck for the armbar. So I'm in my collar sleeve and he stands up. Right? If he brings that knee inside real close, I'll give him a little pull or a push. Right? I'm going to bring him in, elevate, and then shoot my hip up. I still have this foot to the bicep. Right? Now that my hips are up, I have space to swing. Right? And chop. To really get a good effective chop to break them down, right? I want to be able to curl, but I want to flare this knee out. So as I'm curling my heel, like I'm trying to stomp the mat, I flare this knee. So that brings all of his weight towards his head and gets it off of his heels. So that makes it easy to break him down. I still have the collar here, so I want to make sure I maintain control of him before he got away. So this is where I'll let go at the last second. 2-on-1. And I'll break right off my inside hip. This one, both my feet will be to the far side. I'm not going to have that shin on his neck. Right here. Just 2-on-1 to the inside hip. Don't pull straight down the center. Alright, collar sleeve. He stands up, knees in the center. Kick, pull, elevate, shoot my hips up. So all my weight's on my shoulder. I'm still kicking this back arm. I have space to swing my leg round, curling, like I'm trying to stomp my foot to the mat. But I flare my knee out just a little bit. You don't need to do this real big drastic flare where you're going to completely lose the head. All right? Here, let go of the collar, 2-on-1 to the wrist, inside hip. Push, pull him in, hip up. I use that to cut my angle. So this will be one of the more difficult ones, probably the most difficult armbar for the night. But it's actually surprisingly effective because I have that push-pull control. So he never establishes a base, but he can get his butt down to his heels, right, and really start pressuring into me. Make sense to everybody? Any questions? No? All right. 3, 2, 1.